Now let's stay on that story, and the SABC News team, including Sakina, is out in East London. Sakina, we know that last night we saw a night vigil ahead of this pre-sentencing hearing. Talk to us this morning. What are we expecting?
Well, good morning, Leanne. And of course, we expect that sea of red, excuse me, to continue here on the streets of East London, filling up these streets, Leanne. We're standing outside the East London Magistrate's Court, which is, of course, where the regional court sat to hear that Julius Malema case. And, of course, last year, October, we had Magistrate Olivier convicting Julius Malema on firearms-related charges, and 4 charges to be exact. That was the unlawful possession of a firearm, the unlawful possession of ammunition, also the discharge of that firearm in a built-up area, and reckless endangerment. So Julius Malema has been convicted on those charges along with his bodyguard. And of course, today is the pre-sentencing hearing. And what we'll do when we come back, Leanne, is that we'll speak to a legal expert just to give us a sense of what that pre-sentencing hearing will entail, and of course, what the possibilities are in terms of the sort of sanction and sentence that Julius Malema may face. And this is, of course, back to where it all began in 2018, about 20 kilometers from here in Mdantsane at the Sisa Dukashe Stadium, when the EFF celebrated its 5th anniversary at that stadium, Leanne. And excuse me, my voice also just playing havoc, and it's all with excuse me, with the wind and everything going on. But I can tell you that that crowd who were at the vigil last night, they will be making their way here. We saw them already last night marching through the streets of East London. The police, they are already here in full force, and I can tell you quite a few road closures, things already getting testy very early on in the morning, with some supporters trying to make their way through to get closer to this precinct where Julius Malema, of course, will appear later. We also know that Julius Malema has now, as he said, bolstered his legal team, bringing in Advocate Ngugai Toby, along with Advocate Lawrence Houts, SC, who led his counsel for the duration of this trial. So incidentally, we were on the same flight with Ngugai Toby, so he's here. It's all systems go, and the EFF and Julius Malema have already indicated that they will appeal any sentence handed down to him. And we heard last night again from the Secretary General of the EFF that these were politically motivated, trumped up charges against Julius Malema, which never should have gotten to this point, but they have vowed to continue the fight. So as you can see, we already are anticipating the crowd that will come through here along with the police. They are stationed all across, because where you are looking at right now is where they have built a stage where Julius Malema is set to hold a rally right after the court proceedings today. So as you can imagine, we saw already yesterday coming down this very street thousands of EFF supporters who no doubt will be sweeping the streets of East London once again, covering it in a sea of red. For now, Leanne, we're going to hand it back to you, and we'll have more for you from East London here from the regional court in our next crossing.